Now, I want to bring the former House Speaker and Fox News contributor. That would be Newt Gingrich. Newt, we do have these late-breaking reports that Steve Bannon is holding to... No, you're shaking your head. Go ahead. Straighten me out.
Oh, no, I'm not straightening you out. Look, it took Ronald Reagan 8 months till August of 1981 to get a tax cut bill which was giving away money. It took us 18 months to August of 1996 to get a welfare reform bill which had 92% approval. It took Nancy Pelosi and President Obama 8 months to get Obamacare through, and they were giving away money. To think that you're going to come in, take 1/5 of the country's economy, life and death for every American, and glibly pass something which is going to survive public attention, and do it quickly, I think is just wrong.
So it's not going to happen?
They did not need to set a deadline for defeat, which is what they did. They didn't need to play games that try to follow. The Congressional Budget Office is an absurdity. It has fake numbers. It is totally phony. And to try to design something around the Congressional Budget Office, I think, is hopeless. And frankly, the Senate reconciliation rules are stupid. I mean, why would you try to write a bill that fits arcane rules? This is the age of Trump. And what we're being told is a pre-Trump congressional budget bureaucracy and a pre-Trump Senate rule restricts us to being stupid. So what was happening? Every time an objection came up, they would say, well, now there's going to be part 2 and there's going to be part 3. Now, the country just elected Trump because they don't trust politicians. And what they're saying is, trust us.
Well, okay, that's kind of rehashing.
It's exactly backwards in its design.
That's kind of rehashing what happened on Friday of last week and the early part of this week. I want to look forward here. Is it absolutely out of the question that some kind of new bill will arise after these talks that we hear are going on and put before people, and it will be voted on? Because, after all, Newt, it's purely symbolic. It will all be changed when it gets to the Senate anyway, won't it?
The bill they were trying to vote on, these things are real, and let me tell you why they're real. Because voting for Hillary Carroll helped kill the 40-year Democratic majority in the House in 1994. Voting for Obamacare wiped out the Democratic Party majority in 2010. This bill last Friday was at 17% approval. That means 4 out of 5 Americans were not approving it. You give me a candidate running for re-election who has voted for a bill that has 4 out of 5 Americans not supporting it, I'll show you 10 ads in a row that'll kill them. I mean, if they had voted last Friday, they might have thrown away the House Republican majority, which is a very hard thing to do.
Okay.
And I think I'm deeply opposed to passing bills the country doesn't understand, the country doesn't support, and I think it puts at risk our majority, and it certainly puts at risk our Senate majority. I think they should go in the opposite direction. First of all, they ought to bring up infrastructure first, because it's totally bipartisan. You can get a lot of Democrats. They can get in the habit of working together. Second, they should bring up a very strong tax cut bill, not just reform, tax cut, which you again attract a substantial number of Democrats.
Hold on a second.
And then third, as they do those, they should develop a health bill.
I'm almost out of time.
To the same problem, it's not going to work.
I've got to ask you about the time frame. I've got very limited time left here. If you do infrastructure first, can you really get a bold tax reform bill in before the end of this year? Congressman Brady said, yeah, you can get a tax reform bill this year.
You can do all three of these before the end of the year. It would just require working in parallel instead of working sequentially. You have different committees. They're all allowed to do work. They don't have to queue up and wait and say, Mother, may I?
But in the final analysis, you've got to have a united Republican Party to do it, don't you?
Or you've got to get 40 or 50 Democrats in the House and 8 or 10 Democrats in the Senate.
They're not going to go for cutting taxes. Democrats go for cutting taxes?
Of course. You create the right tax cut for North Dakota and go see Senator Heidekamp, who's up for re-election. Create the right tax cut for Indiana and go see the Democrat who's up for re-election. You got to have tax cuts that are attractive. You got to have folks back home who say,
I'm laughing because you know more about it than I do. You've been in the sausage factory. I have not. And I'm laughing because you know what's going on here. Newt, I'm sorry I'm out of time. Come back soon, okay? Please. Thank you very much, sir.
I'll do it.
Okay, got it.